If you guys live in Texas, early voting started this week and it ends on the 27th of next week. This is a huge thing, and I urge all Texans to get out there and vote. So, the whole thing I want to make this video about is Jasmine Crockett. Her name is on everyone's lips, and there's so many things going on that I'm so sick of seeing. I'm being told by so many people that voting for Jasmine Crockett is a throwaway vote, that voting for her is a waste of time, that voting for her just means the Republicans are going to win yet again. And it's absolutely not true. And I'm tired of all this misinformation. So I want to break down some of my points of view on the matter. And I've always said I didn't necessarily want my channel to be about political issues and everything. But you know what though? I'm gay, and that's a political issue. I'm disabled, and that's kind of a political issue. Everything about my life involves politics, involves the thing that I swore from an early age that I didn't want to be a part of, but guess what? I have to be a part of, and I will carry that torch happily. So, Jasmine Crockett got my vote for this early voting. Jasmine Crockett deserves everyone's vote. She is the warrior for the people that we need, that this state so desperately needs. I want to be able to say I'm proud to be a Texan because I love my state, but my state doesn't love me, and it becomes harder and harder to say I'm proud to be a Texan. But if we elect Jasmine Crockett, I'll be so proud to be a Texan. So people say that voting for her is going to be a throwaway vote. Let me argue with you that if you don't vote for her, then your other choice is Tallarico. While he's not a bad candidate, Jasmine is so much more qualified. Jasmine has been doing things on the federal level for a long time. She is an attorney. She has been dealing with a lot of civil rights things pretty much her whole career. She has put in the work. She knows what she's talking about, she knows what she's doing, and she's not afraid to be outspoken. People say that voting for her is a throwaway vote because if you put her up against a Republican, people are not going to vote for her because she's a woman. When are we going to change the narrative? When is that going to quit being a thing? Because I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of just voting for all these old white men. I am tired of not getting representation in the offices where it is deserved and where it is needed. I'm tired of people saying that. Jasmine Crockett deserves our vote. She is a woman who is on a mission to make her state a better place for all, for everyone, for the underdogs, for just anybody, people of color, men, women, LGBT, everything. I am so tired of people saying that if we don't vote for Tallarico, we don't have any chance of winning this seat. And why is that? Why is voting for a woman so dangerous? I'll tell you this much. The Republicans don't really talk about Tallarico, but every other thing that you see all the Republicans talking about is Jasmine Crockett. There's a reason for that. It's because they're afraid of her. And if we put her in front of them, you're going to see just how scared they really are. Pay attention to the polls. So many people are online trying to say that the polls are showing favoritism for Tallarico, that it doesn't look good for Jasmine, that she's not going to win or anything like that. And it's just not true. Because the real polls, she's leading. And while they're saying there's about 12% of undecided voters, Democratic-wise in Texas, it's going to take all 12%, honestly, for Tallarico to kind of edge Crockett out at this point. She shows up. She's showing out. This whole week, she's been traveling all over the state of Texas, rallying all the people, getting all of the voters mobilized, getting us excited to be out there at the polls. Today, she was here in my side of town. I was at work, so I wasn't able to go see her, and I wish I would have been able to. I would love to give her a hug. I know I would break down crying. I just want to thank her for giving us hope, for giving us a worthy candidate that we can put our trust in, that is going to fight for us. I love Jasmine Crockett. I will always support women. Will always stand up for women. I don't think that voting for her is a throwaway vote. Me and my husband and Will, we all showed up to the polls this week, voted for her happily. And I'll tell you this, at our voting poll, we live in a conservative side of town. At our voting poll, it was all like signs out in the yard for all the Republicans you can vote for and Crockett. There wasn't a single Tallarico sign, but there was Crockett signs. And they said, Crockett, Texas tough. If people would show up and vote, just think of the power we would have. Think of what we could accomplish in this state. At the last governor election, Beto went up against Abbott, and he lost by, I believe, like 500,000 votes. And across the state of Texas, I believe like 2.1 million people of color didn't show up to vote. So just imagine if a fourth of them had went out and voted, our governor could be a lot different right now. It just requires us to show up to the polls, to show up and vote. Everybody. That's the one thing Texans are so bad about doing, is that the majority of Texans don't vote. They just don't. And then we wonder why things don't change and why we can't ever seem to get anything positive accomplished. It's because we're not voting. We have to show up and vote. Just imagine all of the people, all the naysayers who are saying that voting for Crockett is a throwaway vote. If we show up and support her and vote for her, it's not a throwaway vote. Imagine that quarter of the 2.1 million people, if we showed up and voted for Jasmine, the things we would change in this state. I urge you, Texans, please go vote. Please go vote. For the people who, I've heard plenty of people saying that Jasmine doesn't really have any policies or anything like that, go on her website. She lists it all right there, plain as day, bullet point by bullet point by bullet point. You can scroll down the page. It's a lot. And it's all right there. It just takes, not even, you don't even have to dig for it. You just gotta go onto her website. It takes literally like 3 seconds to load up and read. You guys, I'm urging you, please go vote. And vote with your heart and vote for who you think deserves the vote. Don't vote based on who we think has the chance of winning. That's the problem. We always, as a nation, not even just Texans, we always are so scared to vote for who we want to vote for that we're voting for the lesser of two evils or whatever the case may be. Vote with your heart. Vote for the candidate you truly think makes the change that you're looking for. Because if we all show up and vote for the person we want versus the person that the fake polls are telling us has the shot of winning if they're thrown up against the Republicans or whatever the case may be, if we vote the way we feel in our hearts, we'll make the change. And I don't know about you guys, but I stand firm and proud with my vote because I will clock it with Crockett all day. Jasmine is my homegirl. She is the one. She is the warrior we need. She is outspoken. She's smart. She is a fighter for the people. We already see it. She's had so many viral moments just in going up in the federal level. Just imagine what she's gonna do for our state. Texans, just go vote. Please go vote. And if you feel it in your heart, don't be afraid to vote Crockett. I just want you to vote. I want our state to finally win. I want us to do better. Thank you guys. I appreciate you listening.